I went looking for stories in dark places, in caves, hundreds of feet into the base of Welsh hills, the immensity of tree root and stone suspended above my fragile head. I learnt slow words down there, words flush deep with water and boulder vast. I took myself to dreaming places, forgotten places, places deserving of shrines. Scatterlings really is about the dream time of Dartmoor. It's this old idea that you get sometimes that this place is not just mineral deposits and old bones. It is the flank of a dreaming animal. And if you put your ear close enough to the ground, you tune your ear long enough, you get to hear its strange emanations. Scatterlings is an old word that really means of everywhere and nowhere. And I think that's a malaise many of us are facing right now. We're not nomads, we're scatterlings. And so the book really is a rallying call to hold up that small corner of the earth that has claimed you. In the West, we've done a pretty effective job for the last 3,000 or 4,000 years of claiming dominion. And I'm interested in not what we claim, but what claims us, what moves us. What is the royal road between our soul and a stretch of the Dart River, or a copse, or some bracken, or the grief cry of an old woman? What is the tissue between those things? I wanted to know about stories from the place that are deepest to me. In a time where we are exposed to, endless opportunities for growth, what about depth? What about depth? And so I effectively kind of drew a chalk circle of about 10 miles from where I live, and I said, these are the songlines I will walk, these are the stories I will explore. And the commentaries on these Dartmoor tales come primarily from what happened on the walk, whether I was assailed by ravens, lost in the snow, caught in reverie. Whatever it was became the kind of commentary to the story. I'm interested in stories that are not just from a place, but of a place. And that's really what binds these stories together. Now, of a place means that you are still tuned or listening or in service to it. To be of a place is that moment where, for a brief pocket of time, you are the eyes of that place looking back on itself when it is pleased with itself. You're no longer the landlord, but you are caught in a kind of delightful stewardship and entanglement with that place. That's what all the stories are pushing to, the ones that have the ghost memory in of when we were still caught in a deep courtship with the earth. I mean, the whole business, everything I'm about is courtship. Scatterlings is about the ethics of a fairy tale. It's a rallying call. It's, romanticism as activism. Stafford said, you were born with a little thread. It's a fragile thread. And if you hold it and you don't tug it too hard, it'll lead you to Jerusalem's wall. But if you're out of touch with your own soul, if you're disconnected from the land around you, that thread gets snapped. And when it gets snapped, you have the capacity to move into something very dangerous, despair. We're not here for long. We're not here for long. And so find the place that has claimed you, dig in. Because, everybody told me Oh, you want that kind of relationship, that kind of animism, you've got to go to Siberia or the Badlands of South Dakota, or you've got to gobble on some ayahuasca, but you ain't ever going to find it in Britain. And if you're looking for wilderness, you may struggle, but if you're looking for wildness, oh, you'll get it, you'll get it. And I got more beside. I walked out of this century altogether. I went looking for stories in the palace of the birds, the murmur of the wood pigeon, the thrilling blue call of the tawny owl in their midnight kingdoms. For a little while, I was a boy of the moonlight, cloaked and rooted by the base of great trees. It is no great brag to say that a part of me is still there.